Now, going on to the next question, we do know that our candidates have expended, if we may have some silence, please. Attention, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Now, if we move on to the next question, we do know that the candidates seated up here have expended quite a lot in terms of selling themselves to you. You have seen their billboards everywhere. You have heard their radio jingles. You've also seen them in the papers everywhere. You're wondering, how did they get the money for financing? Dr. Ngige, you've spoken extensively about saying no to godfatherism. And that is what you say is one of your selling points. But the question will be, how are the people of Anambra sure that if you are elected again, you will not have to be saying no to another set of godfathers, considering your campaign and the money that you've spent running it?
Thank you very much. In the Anambra, you know that the godfathers fear me now because I beheaded them. So the question of godfatherism should not arise with me. They can't touch me with a long pole. So my campaign fund comes from my little earnings, or what I have in life. I have one or two little properties. I have campaign donation from friends. I have campaign donation from foes, political foes, who are in PDP, who are in Labour, who are in ABGA. They give me money because they want good government for Anambra State. That is it.
That's interesting, Dr.
The godfathers are afraid of me, and they are not around me. And I don't want them to come because I need only one godfather. The people of Anambra State, holistically put, they are my godfather, and the Father in heaven, the Almighty.
Are you confirming to the people of Anambra,
yes,
that there are no godfathers to say no to a second time?
Categorically. This is a live program. I am telling Anambra people, there is no godfather. You people are my godfather. After you, the God who created all of us, who is the supreme being, is in heaven. I have no earthly godfather in this political race.
How are you also sure?
I'm my own man.
Are you also, telling them, because we don't know how transparently you've run your campaign in terms of, publicizing source of funding. I have been to your website. I have seen where it says donate, but I'm wondering how many Nigerians actually donate to, running.
People have been donating to me. Even in this hall.
Are you
about
accountable
6 weeks
to
ago,
them?
widows came here. Some gave me 50 naira. Some gave me 1,000 naira. Some gave me 5,000 naira. Poor people. I went and did my launching in Holy Trinity Field about the 7th of September. They came again. People who came from the market, truck pushers, Okada riders, people who grind paper in the market women. And they said, take this and put. The money is there. It's blessed money. I've been spending it sparingly. Certain times I bring out 2,000 from it and spend. So that's what I can tell you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ngige. Well, also to you, Dr. Oba. Everybody knows that you're a businessman, but they are afraid. There is the fear that, when politicians expend money, one of the things that they must do when they get back to, or when they get into government is that they must recoup their investment. Is that how you see governance?
Well, I think it will be suicidal for Ifeanyi Uba to touch the money of Anambra State government. By the grace of God, I make money. I have a Midas touch on how to make money for myself. In my age, at 21 in Anambra today, I built my own house at the age of 21 in my community. I married at the age of 21. I didn't have opportunity to play around. I have always been a consistent person in all I'm doing. I created something no one created in Nigeria. In my 5 years of coming into the dancing sector of Nigerian economy, I built something nobody can even beat me in the next 10 years. Sorry, please. The capacity I have built by the grace of God is far beyond Nigeria consumption. in my business. And I'm not only about Capital Oil. I have so many companies. Capital Oil, guys, is among the least in my company. But because of the Kero Direct, some of the programs we've been doing with Capital Oil, it looks as if Capital Oil is the only company Ifeanyi Ubah. But I have to answer one important question. Or maybe if I have to reboot my big brother. He said, law. I own the biggest private port in Nigeria. And Ifeanyi can take Anambra State Company to Ebaka, which has the deepest draft in Nigeria, in Akwa Ibom, to have a partner, a JV, with other Akwa Ibom State government or Nigerian Ports Authority. You can invest state fund. Bayelsa government, they have a consulate in South Africa. They have their own flag. Ifeanyi Ubah as the government of Anambra State, not only will I have my own flag, I will have 134 consulates of Anambra State in all over the world. And I will tap into the world.
We are trying to address. We're addressing the issue of funding.
But something was taken to me, and if I consume it, it will look as if I don't know what I'm talking about. We are talking about getting our own. What if I intend to take Anambra State to buy Starcom or to buy Visa Fund and be making 12, 15, 20 billion from the Anambra State? Will you tell me it's not that there's no legislative connection to it? I'm the chief executive officer of the state. If I see any business that will be good for my people, I will call the parliament, I will discuss it, I will give them statistics of that business, and we can do. We are losing 35 billion naira every month in Anambra State. Ifeanyi Ubah is the only man that has the Midas touch to get this money from the Anambra State.
So are you also saying that you have been transparent? Have you solely funded your own campaign?
I have touched lives. You can imagine.
The question is, what is the source of funds? I have touched lives.
I have made wonderful friends. Nigerians believe in me. I have taken kerosene to 34 states in Nigeria, and I have not asked a single governor to fund my campaign. People are funding my campaign, and Ifeanyi Ubah is wealthy to fund my campaign. And by the grace of God, I am doing this as part of my sacrifice from the Anambra State.
Well, thank you, Dr. Ubah. I'm moving on to the next issue. Dr. Ubah, this one is for you. You have spoken extensively on how you intend to structure governance in two. You want to have the administrative part of governance, and you also want to have the business part of governance. But some people here are not comfortable with, some of your business antecedents. And that was especially after the scandal broke between you and the chairman of Kosjaris. Do you think that you have been able to rebuild the confidence, of your business associates and even people who are looking up to you for business, especially after that scandal broke?
Okay. Well, the Anambrarians know better.
I have to go around.
The Anambrarians know better.
It won't get me. It won't pick me. Just wait till let me give it to you.
I'm sorry about that. Please go on.
The Anambrarians know better than this, that it's all about politics. I remember when I was saying this before the media, it's all about Anambra politics. It's all about the gang up to get me out of Anambra, because God has ordained there must be a Messiah that will take away this godfatherism, all these atrocities that politicians are committing in Anambra State. And I wonder, if you are not in Nigeria, no one has proved one single point. Let me tell you about Kosjaris, and I want to make this